Hello, my desktop publishing students. This is SR7-32, and I've opened it up. I've saved it in my folder, and I expect that you have done the same thing. All right, so first of all, we have a chart here, a pie chart, and I'm going to click on it here and note there's the offices that we sold them items from. Here are the jet setter frames that you can see. All right, so now watch what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to highlight row 12, exhibition sales. That's this piece of pie. And note when I highlighted it, I used the solid black arrow, okay? Now right-click and delete. Your piece of pie is gone, exhibition sales. All right, watch again. I'm going to go Control-Z, and it's back. So now when I highlighted it, I went here with my solid black arrow, I selected it, right-click and delete. And right away, I no longer have exhibition sales. So that's fine. That's what you want to do. All right. So now the next time it says go to the column chart. All right. So we're going to go to the column chart, and we want to see what data is selected here. So I'm going to right-click and go to select data. And this time it says frame sales equals B6 to C11. And that's fine. There's no problems with that. So say OK. And we've got all the locations of where we sold frames from. And we do not have the exhibition sales because they're gone. Now on this chart, we're going to add another series, okay? We had the jet setter and we also had the Cali frames, and that's what your heading indicated here. But so far we only have the jet setter. So let's right-click on here and we want to go to select data. And this time I want it to say, now you got your choice here. We can edit this to read D11, okay? And I'll show you that and then I'll go back and show you the other way. D11, because I want to go from B6 down to D11 because I want the Cali frame included. So I just changed the one letter because that's all I needed to change. All right, and now say OK. And now you should have two bars in here, which you do. All right, so let's go back again. I want to right-click, go to select data, and you could have said to me, Lee, just take this all out. I don't want to change anything. I want to go to my little red collapse arrow and I want to select it myself, everything here. And it says exactly the same thing. We're going to have the same chart, just a different way to do it. And it's whichever way you want to do it will be fine. But notice that we have Series 1 and Series 2. We'll deal with that in just a minute. All right, so now let's put a legend on here. So remember, we go to Design and you go to Add Chart Element. And you want a legend. So go choose legend and let's put it on the bottom this time. Okay, we usually go to the right, but let's go to the bottom. And there you see your legend at the bottom, Series 1, Series 2. All right, so right-click, go to Select Data, and you've been here before. Series 1, Edit. Now read it. What does it say? C6 to C11, and that's the jet setter frame. All right, that's fine. Say OK. And your next one, Series 2, is the Cali frame. All right, so watch. Edit. Check. D6 to D11 is called Cali. Okay, that's the Cali frame. All right, say OK. And OK one more time. And so now your legend reflects the proper name of the bars. All right, the next step is that we are asked, pardon me, that we are asked to go to the legend again, select the legend, and size it up to, a little about size 16 maybe. Let's go to home here. We'll try, I'll go up, 14, 16. Sure, we'll go to 16 will be good. And now, what font color? Well, you'll choose something that you like. I'm going to choose purple right now, just so that we've got a color there. Mind you, that's hard to read on the black. So I might go to my pink. No, I haven't got pink there. Go to more colors. And I want to go standard here, and I'll get a pink. And say OK. And I think you can see that better. Okay, it asks us to click now on the jet setter frames, which are the white ones here. This is your data series, and remember, you right click, go to Format Data Series, and now you have your formatting pane up here on the left hand side. All right, let's go to Fill, and you were asked to use a gradient fill. All right, and it said use the presets this time. So you're going to use one of the presets. I don't know what color you like, but you're going to use one of them. So choose one, whichever you want. Now, that may be too dark, so then you go back and say, well, you know what, maybe this one's better. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. If you wanted to adjust, you know that you can adjust your colors to have them the way you want, or maybe you even want to change this middle color, and maybe I'll put a gold in here. Okay, so now I don't like that. I like the gold, but I don't like, so I'm going to go here, and I want to get a different color here. Choose a darker color. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to choose the darker one here now, and then I've got 4 colors here. I don't want this bar. I'm going to take it off, and now I'm going to try putting the yellow in and see what I get. And I'm going to go with this lighter yellow. Okay, and I've got radio on there, and I want linear. Okay, and I think I'm just going to go, well, that's all right. I could leave that, and then I'll change my angle a little bit. Okay, so I like those colors better than I like the other ones, but you pick and choose whatever you want. Now, go to the Cali frame, and we're on the Cali frame, and once again, we'll go to gradient fill. Well, I don't want to use the same as I used the last time, so I'm going to choose maybe the green. So I'll go about here, and maybe this time I'll change this color. And I don't know what I'll put on. Maybe I'll put orange. No, that looks too much the same. Totally not going that way out. Okay, I'll go back to my dark green. All right, I'm just going to leave it on dark green, and that's fine. Although I still don't like the dark green beside the color I've chosen. Let's try the blue. Well, that looks better. Okay, so I'm okay with that. You can choose, you're good at this, you can choose better colors than me. Now, do you notice that the jet setter here is marked with the yellow and the Cali is marked with the blue? So that's what you can do. Now, also, seeing as how we're here, remember the picture or texture fill, and remember if we will go to texture, where's my texture here? Okay, there's my picture or texture fill. Here's my texture, and those are the textures that you've got if you want to use one. But I don't like them. They don't look nearly as good. But anyway, just so you see that part there for yourself. All right, so, or we can go to File, and we can go online, and, oh, come on here. Okay, we can go online. Oh, it didn't pick it up. Hold on. Let me go to File. Go to online. Nope. Okay, just go straight to online. All right, and here I'll put in glass frames. Maybe this one will work. The glasses don't look too great. Now they're stretched, okay? So if we go to stack them, there, they look better there. They look more like glasses. Now, that doesn't really do anything for that chart, but that's okay. I want you to see that. And then I'm going to go back and say, no, I don't like it. And I'm going to go to the gradient fill and put my blue back in there. All right, let's go back to frame sales. And now, the next thing we want to do, well, first of all, click on your spreadsheet, go Control S to save, and we want to put on your headers and footers. All right, so I said to use your Shift key, select both sheets. Now, you could do Control F2 or File Print, whatever you want to do. And I've got to get the right printer on here. All right, and I'm going to go to Page Setup. Now, in this one, it said don't put any grid lines in. Okay, it didn't put in any grid lines. And it also said use landscape. All right, So we want to go to landscape. We're not going to go to sheet because we're not going to put in grid lines or row column headings, but your header footer, you've got to do that all the time. So I'm going to put in my name, and you will too. Go shift home, and I want you to put in around size 20, okay? And I want a font color, whatever color you want, and I want a different font so that you go down and choose different fonts, whatever, something that appeals to you, and say OK. And then remember, we want the date. Press enter. We want the time, and here we want the sheet name. Press enter, and we want page spacebar OF spacebar pages. All right, say OK. And custom footer, put in your path and file name. We won't put a picture in because we got 2 pages here, so say OK and say OK. All right, so now you should see your name, date and time, the sheet name, page 1 of 2, and when you go here you will see oh, I didn't pick it up. Should have. Okay, I think it didn't pick it up because it was a chart. All right, so I've got to go back. Here, I'm going to right click here, ungroup, okay, and I'm going to go to column chart now, and I'm going to go to file print, and I've got to go to page setup, and I don't need grid lines. All I need is the header footer done, so I've got to repeat the header footer, shift home, size 20. Now I used purple. And what color did, or what font did I use? I used Fort. So I came down until I used Fort. So I want to have the same one as I had before. There's Fort. Say OK. And here I want the date. I want the time. Here we want the sheet name. Press enter. And we want page spacebar OF spacebar pages. All right. Say OK. And now custom footer. I want the path and file name. All right, say OK and OK. Now we've got it set up. So you are now ready to print. We're going to go back. I'm going to click on frame sales, hold down my shift key and click on column chart. And we're going to go to file print. And now you should be able to show me on this screen, no grid lines or anything, but you've got all your headers and footers done. And then on the second page, you have your chart with your jet setter and Cali frames. Now I see my pink doesn't look that good with this colors, but that's okay. At least you can see it. Okay, so that's ready for print. That's what you'll show me on the screen, and that's it. So we'll stop there.